I'm joined by the CEO of Vedanta Group, Mr. Tom Albanese, and along with him, Mr. Sudhir Mathur, CFO of Cairn India. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for joining us on Zee Business. So my first question to you, Mr. Albanese. I wanted to understand, so do you, from your perspective, believe that the one-on-one ratio, in a sense, along with the additional preference shares which are there, is a short change for a cash-rich Cairn India, and it's a better value proposition when it comes to Vedanta?
I think that, again, it's going to be up to the shareholders of both Cairn India and of Vedanta Limited to basically decide on that. They're the voters of this. So I think what we have presented to our board, what the board's approved unanimously yesterday, was, I believe, a compelling proposition to both sets of shareholders. Again, this is based upon valuations that would have been arrived at independently by professional valuers backed by some of the largest banks in the world, and fairness opinions that would go with that. And again, if you think about what the Cairn shareholder receives, the Cairn shareholder receives 1 share of Vedanta, and they also receive this preference share, which is also worth par value of 10 rupee. And in combination, that is seen, I believe, as a compelling opportunity. It's a 7% premium, more than 7% premium of the market close on Friday. So again, the market had been flagging something was going to happen. The market had come to its own conclusion on Friday, and this was 7% better than that. I think if I look at it from a long-term perspective, that Cairn shareholder receives the Vedanta share will now still have the full access, the full benefits of our strong oil and gas business, the full opportunities in Rajasthan, which I believe is a world-class asset, but also be an opportunity to participate in the single best zinc business in the world. And again, that zinc business in the world, this is the only commodity right now, if you talk to analysts, that they're all consistently and supremely bullish about is zinc. So they would be participating in that. They're participating in a very positive growth story in aluminum, where we've made $8 billion of investment that hasn't yet been fully brought to capacity. So that's going to be growth, that's going to be cash flow accretion, that's going to benefit these shareholders as we go forward. They'll benefit from the resumption of mining from Goa. They'll benefit from our strong international zinc business. They'll benefit from our very strong custom smelting copper business in southern India. So again, a series of businesses that are equally strong over a long period of time. One may get hit hard by prices, as we've seen in oil over the past year, but others would see stronger prices. So that diversified portfolio, the economic history, the past 10 years has shown that the total shareholder return to shareholders of a diversified play is about double of that of the total shareholder return of a pure play. So we do believe this is a compelling proposition.
मिस्टर माथुर, मैं आपसे इसी समय जानना चाहूँगा, जैसे मिस्टर अल्बनीज साहब कह रहे हैं कि एक कॉम्पेलिंग प्रोपोजिशन है, पर अभी आप करंट सिनेरियो को भी देखें तो इसमें कमोडिटी प्राइसेस में काफ़ी हद तक गिरावट देखी जा रही है. एट द सेम टाइम वेदांता का डेट भी काफ़ी हद तक ज़्यादा रह रहा है, और यहीं पे हम देखें तो केन इंडिया जो एक कैश रिच कंपनी है, तो आपके हिसाब से बिकॉज ये कहीं एक वैल्यू प्रोपोजिशन रह रहा है?
No, absolutely. I think, as Tom pointed out, great valuers, best known valuers in the world have done this thing, and it gets reflected in the stock price over a period of time, which it has. And we are offering a premium to the shareholders of Cairn India, and which we believe is very value accretive to the shareholders of Cairn India. At the same time, the shareholders of Cairn India get the benefit of the oil and gas business. So it's a very value accretive deal for both sets of shareholders. It's a very compelling argument, and as Cairn India, we get access to the size and scale of a balance sheet, which is not only it has access to global capital markets. So as and when we have to do even a big deal, that balance sheet is very valuable to have.
Sure. Mr. Albanese, so if you look at the Indian laws recently, as of now, so if you look at the laws where the majority of the minority shareholders' approval is also required, so how was the stance of an LIC, which also holds over 9%, and Cairn PLC, which also holds over 9% in Cairn India? So did you see any kind of fight from that angle, or any kind of withdrawal which was there by the minority shareholders?
Again, now that the boards have approved this, we do look forward to engaging with both LIC and Cairn PLC. Again, as I said, I believe this is a compelling opportunity for them They have to make their own decision. They have to determine what's in the best interest of their shareholders. That's all a fair process, and we are looking forward to that conversation when it takes place.
So by when do you expect the whole merger process to actually finalize and it will be on the...
Yeah, there are a series of technical processes to be in compliance with the Indian Companies Act, Indian rules, SEPI, et cetera, and we would expect to be in a position where the shareholders will be voting, by the fourth quarter of this calendar year.
Definitely. So, when we are talking just about the merger and over here, what is your perspective when you talk about HZL or Balco? Is there any likelihood of a merger taking place over there as well with Vedanta?
Well, I think first of all, the vision, and Neil Agarwal, when he founded the company, as he's grown the company over the past 20 years, the vision is to create a global powerhouse, an Indian natural resources champion. So again, we would look forward in due course for the government of India to make decisions to disinvest at their choosing, when they choose to do so, their interest in Hindustan Zinc and their interest in Balco. We would anticipate that would be through an auction, which would be consistent with the government's other actions with regard to sale of private assets. So I think that's appropriate. We look forward to that. We can't predict that. That's going to be the call of the government.